Morning, Nate Mullen, aka the Illuminator, here with Lifetime Lighting Systems, and we're here for strategies in lighting. We're going to do a job walk. So I always like to start in the street because that's where the obviously the major sight line is, the viewpoint. You want to invite guests up, and you can see that beautiful home, beautiful landscape. So it's a white home, so we always focus on the home. So obviously we're going to light the home, we're going to light the second story, we're going to light the roof up. You'd be surprised that we're one of the only companies that will teach you how to light up a roof, and you'll be amazed at with the added dimension and height and the vertical element. It's like not dressing with a shirt and you only got your pants on. It's crazy. All right, so let me take you through this little lighting tour, give you some of our design strategies and our philosophies, what we're trying to accomplish. So obviously, I like leading people right up through the main steps here, leading people to the front door. So you'll notice that the trees are side lit. If I would front light them, then they would compete with the front door. So we stayed away from here, so we lit the corners of the pillars up, so it helps really frame in the front door. And you'll notice that we had the homeowner add these pots. The homeowner, or the builder I should say, had of course things that I hate, which is glass lights on top of the pillars. So we took those stupid lights off. We had the homeowner add pots. You can see how beautiful it looks now. We're not looking into brass and glass lights that will destroy my lighting. And then we put little tiny area lights in them like this, right? So now it helps cast light onto the plant, light onto the steps. Then of course we put our fixture, which is a skylar and guardsman, up into the trees strategically, so we got light going down on the driveways. We have hanging lights coming down over the steps and the landing right here. So it's very soft, very cohesive. Then as we approach, I had the homeowner add these pots at the front door, and of course we have lights behind them, so it silhouettes those balls. Very well highlights the entry. Then of course we come in with some area lights, help soften up the driveways. And then we light up all these olive trees with our guardsmen. And you'll notice that we keep things off the ground. So we came up with this, been doing this for 30 years, and it was about 2 years ago I started seeing, especially in my yard, my landscaper knocking over all my stake mounted fixtures. It's like, this is just beyond stupid. Let's start mounting them on the bases of the trees. We haven't been here for 7 or 8 months, and the fixtures are in alignment. They haven't been knocked over, right? The gardener can't get to them. So we're loving this new technique. So the front yard here, right? All the trees are incorporated. You need to really light at least 3 lights on every tree, and that's not counting if you have lights coming in from the top. So you got to remember, you got to follow the rule that if you do moonlighting and you got lights coming down, and there's a minimum of a 1-to-1 ratio, amount of lights going down, amount of lights going up. And then of course we softly light the sides over there with the trees. We've used some of our high area lights, and we put the lights up at least halfway, sometimes 2/3 on the bank. There's no glare because we incorporate our blinder, and you can see that we put them in rocks, so the fixtures look really, really good. All right, let's cruise into the backyard. Okay, so the other thing is, as I pointed out on the street, we want to incorporate the roof. Roofs are extremely easy to use. You can see, at least out here in California, everybody's got rain gutters, so we just run the wire up the downspouts, run through the rain gutter. We call them the skyliner. We put them on a little 3-inch riser, so the angle of the light skips over the top of the red tile. You want to make sure that the angle really follows the rake of the roof. We incorporate the second story in here, so we ran wire up this rain gutter. We got lights lighting up that back wall. And then, so not to forget this side, we came in and we got with the paving company, and then we just core into here. We cored those lights in over there. We continued the roof line over here. And so the whole house is incorporated, sides, garage, courtyard over here, all the roofs. All right, so let's continue on. Okay, as we walk through the backyard, I want to point out this outside bathroom he's added. Now, he added this sometime after we did the lighting, and I'm going to go scold him that he put this stupid thing up. This is atrocious. Whenever you see a light bulb in the daytime, you're going to see it at night because I'm looking right through the glass. So we're going to come in, we're going to add some lights, and we're going to incorporate this wall. That'll be great. So as I come over through here, we ended up incorporating, because there's higher elevation over there. When we get back over there, we'll look back behind us onto this roof. But as we get a close up here, you can see that we incorporated this whole roof, the chimney up there, and it's just a magnificent view from over there. Nothing too trick over here. We put some party lights up over there, the bistro lights. That always looks good. We put it in on a separate switch. Underlit the crepe myrtle right here. Of course, we've incorporated this whole structure over here. You can see this is a big space, so there's nothing really to carry light onto here. So we'll do this a lot. We'll come in here and we'll put lights under the eave like this. Now these will be on a separate switch. So to cast light on here when they're out here entertaining. So there's really 3 different scenes of lighting here. We've got the walls uplit from the ground. We've got under eave lights right here on a switch, casting light over here for task and area lighting. And then of course we've incorporated the roof. So there's quite a few lights right here doing specific things. We had them add these pillars, pots, as we did in the front. So we've got lights back there. Barbecues are crazy anymore. People are spending a fortune on them. So this is a unusual metal trellis right here. We came up and put our dual sconces, white. They're a through color white, advanced composite material, ACM. And you can see that we strategically placed them around, gave them quite a bit of light. We also came up and we added switches over there for more lighting, and they are on a switch. And switches are pretty easy to do. All you do is you take a 120 volt switch and, oh, somebody's messed with this. We take a 120 volt switch. I don't know what's going on there, but this is the one we do. We just came through the pillar, and the switch is always energized from the transformer, and then when he wants the barbecue lights on, he just turns them on that easy. So he's just out here. And again, we've got another switch in a different location that activates these lights on top of the corbels for a little putting green area. We've done all the perimeter. We got even spacing to create a rhythm and a proportional deal on the brick wall. We got lights spaced out accordingly. And then I needed a lighting bridge that went behind here, right? So you can see we have 36-inch, or maybe those are 48-inch, I guess, our area enhancement lights. So a continuous, cohesive lighting bridge of light going from one side of the property to the other. Oh, and here's the homeowner right here. I wanted to kick your ass. All right, let's cruise over here. So you'll notice as we walk up here, the elevation changes. So again, your sight line changes. So we want to get up here, and I had them add these pots to match the front, and the landscaper, of course, did not put a sleeve in for water or lighting, so they have to hand water them, and they've gone to these succulents, so it's not too bad. Beautiful though. But you can see how our sight line and our whole elevation changes by just going up a couple 2 feet 30 inches, and you can just look at how the roof is dominant now. So you can see now how important it is in lighting when I'm doing my composition, that I'm focusing on the roof. So I've got the roof lit, I've got all the architectural of the lines lit, I've got the fireplace lit, the chimneys lit, and it is spectacular. The one thing that I could not do, just because it was very difficult when they were doing that stack stone over there on the barbecue, I really wanted to incorporate that, but it really logistically was a huge challenge. So we weren't able to do that, and that was disappointing to me because sometimes you just can't do what you can't do. So up here, right, just normal. We continued on with the brick wall. We got lights spaced every 8 feet or 10 feet. Don't remember exact spacing. We got some area lights up in here. And you probably have noticed these little spikes on the tops of the area lights, and it really is to keep the birds off. Birds are crazy here in California. They always land and crap on them. So those little bird spikes, they look kind of cool. The other thing that looks cool on them, because they're translucent, is the light transfers through, and it really gives it like a little peak coming up, and it's pretty cool. But this is the backyard, probably 160 lights, give or take. and clients love it. And it was a pleasure doing this job. And so make sure you go to lifetimelightingsystems.com and be sure to watch upcoming Spotify podcasts. Thanks for paying attention.